All right, so how's it going on? Today we're going to be getting into chapter number 22 of Solo Leveling by Chugong, and this one's a big one. If you stuck around for the last video, you know that there was a battle going on between Jin-Woo and then also the spider, the big spider that he was in the cave with, and there was also Jinho there. Should I even call him Jin-Woo anymore? Or should I just call him Sung? Because I watched the anime, and in that they said that they refer to him as Sung. So I've been calling him Jin-Woo this whole time. I don't know if that's okay. Maybe that's his last name. Like, that would be kind of weird referring to someone as their last name. Just let me know in the comments down below if I should keep calling him Jin-Woo or Sung. Yeah, we'll leave it up to you to decide. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Also, it has come to my attention that my lighting isn't the best. So I'm going to try and get maybe like a light going over here by the next video, or maybe the next one after that. So yeah, that'll look better soon. I won't look like a ghost or like a scary Halloween decoration. So the start of the chapter, Jinho is watching Jin-Woo fight this spider, seriously just bouncing around this room, dodging all of its attacks without getting a scratch on him. And don't forget, this is the boss of the C rank dungeon, so this is not just some fodder. He says, "That's an E rank hunter?" I'm like freaking out. And as Jin-Woo is going back and forth between dodging and striking, he's analyzing the moves of the spider, understanding that this thing is a total beast, and if he is going to want to do any damage, he has to do something crucial and that has a high amount of damage behind it. Every single attack that this spider makes, it is shattering the ground beneath it, causing destruction. Jin-Woo realizes that if he gets hit by one of these without having his defense up, it'll be a big damage dealer. He's starting to understand more and more what a C rank dungeon boss really is. I mean, the power of this thing is the strongest that we've seen before. So he comes up with a strategy. He says that if he wants to get close to the spider, he's going to have to spend a little bit of time dodging and looking for that one opening. And he is really moving right now. Like, you can just see the wind behind him. Like, you can't even see Jin-Woo at this point. And he is landing a multitude of attacks on this spider. Not really doing much damage. Basically trying to have a battle of attrition with this thing right now. Jinho, in the corner, still watching the battle, wondering if there's a bathroom anywhere nearby, is asking himself, what is this person? An E-rank hunter? That's impossible. And he's thinking to himself, when he put in his application to go into this dungeon, it was listed as an E-rank hunter. But he knows at this point that it's not an E-rank. He asks, could it be a false ranker? So among the hunters, there are sometimes those who can control presence of their own magical power, and if they want to, they can lower the rank of the evaluation. Hunters who conceal the presence of their power on purpose to get a lower rank are usually called false rankers. The only issue with this, false rankers are most of the time psychopaths who kill for their hobby. They usually have no remorse. And now there's this terrifying picture of Jin-Woo in Jinho's head. And yeah, he is in like the depth of desperation right now. He's probably on like the 5th level of grief. So Jin-Woo's flying around the room, going up and down the spider's leg, one of his 8 legs, and he lands clean on the ground, breathing a hot breath of air out of his mouth. Now, Jinho is still in a bad position right now. Right now, he is like begging for his daddy, literally. He's asking himself, why did he come here? And then father, like he's really just wishing that his daddy's here. Oh my god. Jinho is, he shouldn't be a hunter. I don't think so. Maybe, we'll see. So Jin-Woo, battling the spider, asks himself, how long has it been since I started fighting this boss? Maybe it's been 5 minutes. Maybe it's been 10 minutes. But one thing is for sure, his stamina is slowly running out, and not much damage has been dealt to the spider yet. We see a fatigue bar, it says 57. Jin-Woo, the faster he goes, the more stamina that he'll lose, and he'll have to move slower. So as his fatigue rises, right now we saw it was 57, if it gets too high, then he'll start to move really slow. That's another feature of the double awakening, I would assume. It tells him his current status on his abilities, and it says it's given his fatigue bar at this point, so that's pretty cool. I can only imagine what else it shows. Probably hunger would be one. Back in the fight, Jin-Woo, realizing that there's only one way that he can win, pulls out his Risaka Fang. He realizes that if he were to inflict the special ability of the dagger onto the spider, he can land a finishing blow. Remember, the status effects of the dagger are paralyze, which is pretty self-explanatory. It causes a foe to freeze and they can't move for a certain amount of time. So Jin-Woo would be able to land whatever he needs to. And then it also has an effect, bleed, which causes the foe, whoever they're fighting, to lose 1% of damage of health each second. Jin-Woo, planning his final attack, says the basic of raiding a dungeon is to exploit weak points. The head is a natural weak point of a living creature. The weakest part of the heads are the eyes, and he's looking at the spider about to charge up for an attack. When the spider begins charging up for its own, we see this green liquid start to come out of its mouth, and Jin-Woo realizes in the last second also, and then a giant flurry of acid, spit, or throw up gets blasted out of the spider's mouth and lands on the ground, instantly burning it. Jin-Woo thinks this guy was hiding his trump card. If he keeps fighting at this rate, the time will run out, and then the battle will be over. No more games. He has to move even faster. To close the distance, he has to be able to move twice as fast as he was moving before. He charges up his muscles, gets the blood flowing, and we see him telling himself just a bit faster, and then all of a sudden a status is active. It says skill sprint was activated and movement will increase by 30%. 30%, not double. As this happened, Jin-Woo blasts away in less than a second. Even Jin-Ho's panicked by this. He says he closed the distance in a second. He's definitely a false ranker. Jin-Woo immediately at the spider's head, landing blows. We see the effect paralysis has been activated, but another notification pops up saying that the enemy's resistance was too low and the effect was cancelled. To be able to finish this battle, it needs to be done as quickly as possible. But there's one problem. Jin-Woo can't land a critical blow. Fatigue is now 60. Jin-Woo clenching his teeth, continuing to sprint as fast as he can, saying a bit faster, a little more, so he's just gradually getting quicker. Jin-Ho, recognizing the speed increase in Jin-Woo, says he's fast, but his stamina will run out if he continues at this pace. And then what'll happen? Jin-Woo, looking physically exhausted right now, continues to dodge the spider's attacks, landing less blows himself. The spider, now advancing the fight, pushes on Jin-Woo. Jin-Woo going in for another attack, and the spider sees him this time and goes for an attack of its own. Fatigue is 70. Jin-Woo stopped in the air, or maybe he hit like some sort of limit. The spider gets an attack on him, and it seems like a big one too. It blasts Jin-Woo at the ground. Now laying on the ground, a nearly unconscious Jin-Woo, about to be finished. The spider going in for an attack. Jin-Woo, looking up at the attack, remembers something from his past. When he first got the double awakening, the next couple days after it, he remembers that if he finished his daily quest, there was a reward that he could get, and the reward was status recovery. Actually remembers that he has one right now. So in the last moments, right before the spider's about to land the last blow, Jin-Woo accepts the status recovery. He instantly dodges the attack and now jumps at the spider, and we see Jin-Woo's reflection in the eye of the spider, and then he's piercing it in its skull, and totally took the spider by surprise. Jin-Woo, now completely recovered after his status recovery was accepted, lands a repeated amount of blows right in the spider's eye, and then we see a notification pop up. Effect paralysis has been activated, and now the effect bleed has been activated. Jin-Woo striking over and over again. We see another effect paralysis be activated. He is landing just blow after blow, completely at 100% health again. Like, he is just on another level completely. He's probably, like, if we were to take it back to One Punch Man, he would probably be like A rank at this point, if not like S rank, because people don't really move like this, and he is just flying. After landing the barrage of attack on the spider, it's now pointed straight up, And then we see its head nearly explode. A notification pops up saying the dungeon boss has been slain. Earning all the XP from the boss, we see 3 level up notifications. And he's walking away from the boss like a total boss himself. Understanding how close of a call this was, he thinks to himself that thank goodness that he didn't accept the daily request earlier. Otherwise, it could have been game over. Not seeming to understand the ramifications of showing his ability to someone, walks over to Jin-Woo. He is still completely panicked. He thinks that there's no way an E-rank hunter would have been able to take a boss out like this, but he did. Like, this dude took out this boss with no problem whatsoever. And he's still thinking that this is a false ranker. And then we see like this evil panel of Jin-Woo like digging his dagger into the eye of the spider, trying to collect the magic crystals, I think. And now acting completely different, Jin-Ho talks to Jin-Woo a lot more politely. He says, sir, would you care to store your magic crystals here, sir? In my bag? Then he has this like goofy ass smile on his face. Jin-Woo was like, sir? You know, because before they were pretty friendly with each other. So him acting in this way is kind of weird. But Jin-Woo should probably know this by this point, like how other people would react. You know, it's kind of weird. This is not how an E-rank hunter fights at all. He's like offering Jin-Woo just a bunch of his items. He's like, just take some water. He starts mining the crystals for Jin-Woo, like, here, sir, I'll get this for you. Don't even worry about it, boss. You know, he is completely scared for his life, like almost like holding himself hostage in a way. And Jin-Woo's just confused as well, like, why is he like this? But like a total boss, he's just, you know, like a total boss defeater. He's just like, I'll just savor this moment. And we don't need to bother with him. He can think whatever he wants. And then in the last panel, just like how Chugong loves to do, the wall that was basically covering the entrance, which is why they weren't able to leave in the first place and had to fight the boss, it explodes. And who do you think is walking through? It's the attack force who trapped them in there to begin with, probably not suspecting that Jin-Woo would still be there, and Jin-Ho. Jin-Woo looks at the exploded wall, still very upset about what they did before. And then we see his status level currently. He's level 21. He is a wolf slayer. His HP is 2600. Magic power is 391. And the other stats are crazy too. His strength is 53, agility 38, sense is 32, vitality is 30, and intelligence is also 30. Wow. Our man is leveling up in this world. I can't wait to see what happens to the attack force in the next chapter. Yeah, they should be like taken to jail maybe, or like have their hunter license taken away. So yeah, I have a couple things I want to see the next chapter. I want to see the interaction between the two hunters, Jin-Woo and Jin-Ho, and also the attack force, what that's going to be like. Because those guys, like, I hate those guys so much. Especially the head leader, Huang. Like, dude, the way that guy was talking in the last chapter, he just thinks that he knows everything. He's got a weird, like, brother thing, too. But yeah, if you stuck around for this long, thank you for one. I hope you have a wonderful night. One more thing, I still want to get that lighting over here. I don't know if I should have it here, or maybe have it somewhere else. We'll have it next time, or maybe the next one after that. And also my light in the background, if you haven't noticed, it hasn't changed color in a while, or not really like to any reds or like pinks or anything like that. And that's because it's like broken. I think the red wire is like disconnected, so I'm gonna have to change that too. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful night and that 2024 is starting out wonderful for you.